anyone here doesn't know what Katawa Shoujo is, before we fully dive into it, briefly touch on that. But it's basically a Bishoujo style visual novel by Four Leaf Studios. It tells the story of a young man and 5 young women living with varying disabilities. It is known as a nukige, or a crying game. In theory, we're gonna be sad. There's gonna be a lot of feels moments, so I'm looking forward to that. Hope you guys are as well, because it's 7 p.m. Welcome to Visual Thursdays with Anime Fan Arcade 2K, where we are very much indeed playing Katawa Shoujo. I'm going through this relatively blind. I will like to tell you, I know little to nothing about this game, despite the fact that it actually has a popular following. So, know that my buddy Tom is going to be in the chat to help me in terms of routing, so I don't mess up too badly. So everyone get comfortable. Should be having fun, and hopefully we'll see how Katawa Shoujo leaves an impact on all of us. It's more like a cult following. I still like, that's true. But this one, unlike like Tsukihime, which also has a cult following, we can live stream this one. So there you go. Started. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note's at 4 p.m. That's the main character, Hisao. Ah yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. I don't know who it is, so Hisao, you came. Random, regular voice. A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. Skip beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Hey! Iwanako. Got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it. Spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. Pathetic. Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense. I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Huh? My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. Wait, why did the music go quiet? So, here we are, out in the cold. Smooth. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against a gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine. She lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her fingers. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see? I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. So we expect budget, just like the Neptunia dubs. Thanks for telling me, Tom. That's fair. Although to be fair, I think this is interesting. I want to say something in reply. My vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Hisao? I reach up to try to massage my throat. This only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Hisao! My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. Oh, is he having a heart attack? Hisao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me. All these fade to black. The last thing I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Uh-oh. No, I'm kidding, guys. It's not over. We have saved him. 4 Leaf Studios presents Katawa Shoujo. Inspiration, Raita. Oh man. Writing, Anonymous22, Aura, CPL. Oh my god, I couldn't read those so fast. Editing, Kagami Lost Terra and Silent Cook. Music, Blue123, Nicole Armarfi. Art, Gebi Terra, Kamifish Pimi. Art, Moaki Rames, Raid. Additional art, Climatic, Doomfest, Ujovi. FMB Animation, Mike Eno. Directing, Delta, Raid, Ujovi. Wow. Engineering, Delta. Production, CPL Crud and Suriko. Oh man. I heard Katawa Shoujo is a labor of love by these creators. So it's been 4 months since my heart. Oh, he had a heart attack. That's not a fun way to start this. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. That whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, a foreign alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. Causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. He said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Aww. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. Really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. Ooh. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. Man, that was quick! 4 months, guys? Yo, Hisao, your friends are jerks. Oh, Tom, that's horrible. I used to be an adventurer like you until I took a arrhythmia to the heart. Dang. Oh, 4 months? Come on, guys. I would visit a friend once a week for 4 months, easy. I'm busy after all. I can't do it more than once a week. I'll come every Saturday. Everybody, why are you going to the hospital? Yo, man. Freaking Hisao's at the hospital. Yo, we're gonna go there. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm not getting you a card anymore. Screw it. I hate flowers too. I'm just coming here to hang out. See how you doing? Gosh. Tisk tisk. I realized that the only reason I'd gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Wow. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Oof. Yunako was the last to stop visiting. Oh, it must be really hard for her. She just confessed. The jokes will get worse, Tom? Well, it's a good thing you're a moderator. We can't stop you. You have the power. For 6 weeks, I never saw her again. Never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital. It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. Guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them. But it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked a head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time. Think of it as some kind of an omen. Still asked a head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. Started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. Started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness, through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside just to lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he is trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. Takes his time sorting his papers and setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine, looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, King? Yes, I am the raider. All forever and always will beat Methrail. You can tell him I said that. He's in class. He can't. He's in night classes. He can't respond right now. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now. With some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. Take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Oh, shoot. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters that just keep on adding the more I wait on this screen. And it keeps on adding even more. This is insane. It's like it's keeping more and more. Clinical depression, 500 milligrams, 25. What is happening? Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's so futile. Can't understand any of it. Tempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day? I'm afraid that is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if you hadn't said anything at all.
Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school.
What?
Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say.
Calm down? The way he says tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows is ignored.
We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least, not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students.
A lot of people have cried over Katawa Shoujo King, so maybe that. I hope you guys like my voices so far. I'm glad that we only have males except Iwanako. Oh, she's probably not gonna get voice anymore. Disabled? What? Am I?
It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby.
Yo, Tom, I wish we had more of your Let's Plays. I'd watch them all. Because I enjoyed them. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff. You wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. You see the voice being great for this?
Of course. It's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. You know. Sorry, man. I kind of flunked out of high school. And, I got a job as a construction worker. And, your mother, well, she's actually really smart, but because of that, she's the real breadwinner of the family, you know how it is. We went out there and had a couple of weeks back. And I had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you like it.
I hope Hisao's dad isn't really that kind of like casual deadbeat, but actually still functional adult type. Anyway. It looks like I really don't have a choice.
Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education.
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity.
Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one...
Why does Hisao's dad sound like he chain smokes? He's under a lot of stress, you know. If you haven't heard, his son has arrhythmia. So, you know, he's going through a lot. A special school, that's an insult. That's what I want to say, to step down.
It's not what you think. All the students there are pretty active, in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help, in one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate.
I don't care. Person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. Really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. Sorry, man. I disabled song requests because Really, I don't know what I would. I don't know how it works. I have to. I'm new to the Streamlabs thing, so still, I've just been using it. It's kind of like OBS 2.0 for me still. It just like saves me the trouble of logging into the Streamlabs website to get stuff tested and stuff from there. All in one, convenience. And then eventually I'll actually learn how to use Nightbot, and then more convenience. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. Could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no. Well, literally, they probably just don't need to get that stuff out of there. So, if you bought a Wii or Wii U, it's gonna happen, man. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile. Look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition. Everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. Anime. No, I'm kidding, guys. Anime is my answer. It doesn't have to be yours. There really isn't a choice. I know this. The thought of going to a disabled school. What are those even like? As much as I tried to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. See, you're looking at it the wrong way, Hisao. It's not a disabled school. It's a school for people who have disabilities and who want to overcome them. No, Krichi. Hisao, the main character, does not have lung cancer. He has arrhythmia. It's a irregular heart condition where your heartbeat can become erratic, and with a little bit of medicine and supervision, you live just like normal. But like in Hisao's case, he by chance they didn't catch it until like I think his like teens, young adult time, because he was in high school. Nice, King. So yeah, he doesn't have lung cancer. He has arrhythmia. He has a heart condition. But let me try. Clean slate isn't a bad thing. Hey, look, Hisao! He's going into this positively. You learned from your father that you have autism? Well, you know, that happens, man. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a quote-unquote special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. And Hisao takes a positive step forward, hopefully. Act 1. Life expectancy. Oh. So that, the heart thing is... Okay, that heart makes a lot more sense now. Oh, that's some really fancy looking gates. Oh, man. he's helping me get better friends, like friends who'll ditch in a couple of weeks. Oh man, friends that don't go, hey, let's make a school project a class project out of sending flowers to this guy in a hospital. Dang, you're just savage. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. That kind of reminded me of that cardiologist. Hey, don't talk about me like that. I'll save and go back to the menu to check something. Okay, save. Create new save state. Yay! Main menu. Yes. Oh! Oh! It's there! It's from the chapter! Oh! That's a nice Easter egg. Beautiful. King, just for that, I'm gonna ask Tom to time me out for 10 minutes because he is a moderator and he can do that for that comment alone. Because I'm too lazy to. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Anyway, back where we were. Alright, just for that, even I'm gonna. How'd I? But I time people out on this. Alright, thank you. I can't time people out as easily as this is Twitch. Anyway. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster. Assembled into a hole that didn't feel welcoming at all. Really? I can see that. It does look like the very definition of a boarding school. Oh my god. Crazy. Narcissism happens, okay? I wonder if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked toward the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms. There's supposed to be someone waiting for me. Grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. Doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have. More like a park. The clean walkway going past trees, the smell of a fresh cut grass all other park-like things. I don't know, that looks pretty official dorm-like. Like proper dorm-like. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. Makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. Few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told that this is my new school, the back of my head doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real, caused by my expectations of school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here, so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a common color. So why am I feeling so anxious, despite all this greenery? Probably because you're supposed to meet someone and they're not there? I don't know. Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. The only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Alright, this guy is getting a voice. He's gonna get, probably like, you must be Nikki. And this fripperies in the background? I have no idea. Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asks you for a brief check-in visit. There's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes. Afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. By the way, if you guys think like, especially you, Tom, think you know the majority of this OST? Probably. I don't know any of it, so. If you think any of the voices sound weird, especially you, Tom, let me know. You know, we'll work on it. Waiting for me. I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Clearly, yeah, of course is the right answer, right? Oh yeah, good. I didn't even read it. Can I? Nah, we're gonna do save there. Yes. Hi. I don't know you guys yet. Okay. Yeah, of course. Hell yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal?
Of course. Not everyone likes to be at the center of attention.
I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem.
Let's go then.
My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom class 3-3. Uto opens the door and enters. What the hell is with that picture? What? That picture kind of surprised me, okay, guys? Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay. So I've seen that picture before. I'm like, what the hell is that? What kind of horror game is that? It's from Katawa Shoujo? That picture is from Katawa Shoujo. Are you kidding me? Bruh. That thing is frightening.
Anyway, good morning, everyone.
Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step. I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. Oh, there's a lot of people in this class. Oh, shoot! There's a lot of people. Oh! For some reason, I thought this was going to be like the Fruit science. Like, there's 5 people here and me. No, there's an actual full classroom of people. Like, there's, let's see. We got male Haruhi. We got, girl. We got girl with glasses. We got girl with short hair. We got, guy who needs to open his eyes. We got girl with side ponytail, which needs to grow up to be a mother who dies at an early age. We got chocolate, good stuff. We got guy who got punched in the face. We got actual main character. We got guy who actually knows how to fight with a cane sword. So yes, so far I think it's so good. All right, if I got any of those descriptions wrong, Tom, let me know, okay? I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. Yeah, that weird painting is scary. I thought it was from a horror game. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks, with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I didn't get many wrong so far? Yeah, I know. See, I know my anime tropes, apparently. You only watch one episode, something to clear? Good. Stopped walking in front of the classroom and faced the other students. They all looked normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them. Only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Really? What girl's missing the thumb of her right hand? What girl's missing the thumb of her right hand? Alright, so now we have to judge the rest of this. Yo, stop! You're gonna come. Okay, you did. So now we have girl that has something with her leg. We have important character number 2. We have Ritsu from Keon. We got my big fat friend, who is totally one of my best buddies. We got this girl who has Ojo-sama hair, so you know she's important as well. We got this guy, this smug guy with glasses, who clearly looks like He looks like the guy from Comic Party. I don't know how many will get that reference, but... And we have, oh shoot, she has she has prosthetic legs. Yo, that's awesome. Yo, you know, prosthetics have come a long way, it's true. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and I see that someone is looking at me, a girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. She sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands, as if it will make her invisible. I think that was main character. Oh, the girl, no. Okay. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Please don't try to say who is who. No, I'm not. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses and goes back to whatever she's doing. That's right, right here, right? It ruins the fun, especially when you're wrong. Okay. She's kind of cute. So is a cheery-looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. I know! Just like she has a hair color that stands out completely compared to everybody else in the room. Probably everyone, King. Everybody has a terminal illness. You want to know why? Everybody eventually passes away. Everyone eventually dies. Wait, what are you telling me? Life is a terminal disease, okay? Everybody who lives dies. 100% true. 100% true. What? Please welcome our newest classmate. Claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except for one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. Collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. Just say something more exciting. Yeah, life has 100% death rate, it's true. I am saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied even with what little I said though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. Could have gotten worse. Hey, have you heard? That guy is named Hisao Nakai. He's the main character. You know what's happening. Wait, what? I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently when he's done. They clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. Yay! I clapped too. That might be awkward, but I did it anyway. First row girl claps on this round, with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. Makes you feel a little bad. She put a lot of effort to clapping for you, yeah. But better feel bad. We're going to do some group work today, so I'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. Good work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? Clapped along with me, thank you. The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. Look at this My Hero Academia cast. Jeez. Is that what they look like in My Hero? I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't watched or read that either. The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. Hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Alright. Hakamichi is right there. She's an Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute bubbly looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. Take a seat next to her by the window. How's it going? Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha 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 ha. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi, Shi-chan. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. Looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. So we meet Misha. Literally, it's a room full of main characters, is what you're saying. Fair. She has short yet careful, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses, balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seems to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. Neither of those are best girl? Fair. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Ow! Just be gone, trash! Jeez, calm yourself! We have to go through everyone's routes anyway, okay? Hakuji nods and makes a few gestures of her own. It's like, I get it. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you? Oh my god, I swear. I can see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. I hope you guys like my Misha voice. She's gonna be that hyper and ginky the entire time. Ha ha. Ha. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? I think I had one too many rights, but, right. He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today, so soon. He-chan, right? This is not Sachi and Machina. Not even close. None of them are Metal Gear enough. It's not hyper enough. I have to be even more hyper for Misha. I'm basically giving her my Neptunian voice. Come on. My Neptune voice. He-chan. Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits! You look just like I imagined. She's a proud face. Yeah, you look just like a He-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Don't give Shizune a voice at all? Alright. I'm just gonna interpret all her facial expressions with my normal voice then. Like the proud face. I do that I do that adjustment with glasses too. That's a person who wears glasses, so I understand. I get that, man. How am I supposed to be more hyper? Alright guys, I need some crack cocaine to be Misha apparently. Then I'll enroll myself in the school as drug addict. Wait, what? Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly. Their hands are blurred. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep. So if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. There'll be a lot of that, okay? That's me how I get into my Misha. There'll be a lot of Anyway. My throat.
Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks. That would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. She's in a concerned look, apparently. Oh man. I have to be like 150% energy for Misha.
That's no good! You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always! Even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan? Ha 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 ha!
Oh. She is very high strung. I like Shizune so far. I love her dialogue. Learn about where you're going? Guess they didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly. But anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? Seems like it was about me. Misha's the kid that made the Pokemon Go song? Is that true? I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deep.
You look down. Are you okay?
I don't have shit taste. I don't know, man. She has pink hair, but she's not a blonde anime character. That's like it's like literally 9 times out of 10 there's a blonde anime character. I'm like, favorite character. They're like, what? What the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, what? That looks like a worried look.
Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test.
King's like, if there's a main character, boom. Oh shoot, there is a main character? Uh-oh. Oh my god, it reminds me of that character from Saki. But yeah, we're gonna need more energy than that. Alright. Yep, that looks like a good.
Ah, and another thing. You don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan.
Something tells me that one was not quite what Shizune said. Sake Izuya is a pretty good maid though.
Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate.
She's like, okay, that's a better. That's like the, alright, I appreciate that one a little bit more. Look.
Yep, Shizune is fine.
Okay, that'll be a lot easier for me. Feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly. So I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Yeah, but that's because Dio is a great character. Something's happening.
Huh? Oh, right. We haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad.
The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if you want to finish it before the end of class.
Wahahaha! That too. Oh, you.
I hope, literally, is this it? The first 20 minutes, Misha. She's in his pouty face. She then glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand it. I don't need to understand sign language to know. Yeah, let's get to work. Okay, I get the message. It's like, good. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today. Okay, hyphen, question mark. The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Darn it, I hate busy work. Still, we finish it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class. Despite our late start, Shizune and Misha are really capable. First hour is just Misha. All Misha, all the time. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, they're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. Oh man. Oh, whoops, I dropped my ball of yarn. Misha just pounces on it like a cat. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. Step up your game, Hisao. Step up your game. Clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Ugh. Time for this scary thing to be in my presence again. Jeez, that thing is frightening! Did anybody think about this? Anyway, without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. So this game is a harem? No, I don't. I think you actually approve of you go through routes. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the class exterior. It's like English. That painting changes every now and then in amusing ways. Oh man. Is it alive? Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare. Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. Almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. Wait, what? Shizune's like pouting. Pouty face. I don't understand science, so the point escapes me. When you look at the person who talks to you as proper and polite. Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides. So you should ask if there is something. I wonder. Well, see, Tom has already warned me that I need to save and save frequently and have all the choices. Oh, I can also see the little check boxes. So I think I should ask about. Let's see. Library? Okay. Well, I got a message, guys. It descends from the chat, and it's Tom Kills who says, "Library." We're gonna ask about the library, guys. But yeah, which makes actually a lot of sense because Hisao likes to read. That actually makes perfect sense, Tom. You're right. If I were Hisao, I would totally ask about the library. Absolutely. Why would I not think of that? I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. I just started this game. Oh yeah, is there a library in this school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. Libraries? Pshaw! What's that? Knowledge? She then just like beats her up afterwards. There is. It's in the second floor. We can show you sometime. Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Talking about his main character-ish looks. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. Quickly notice the conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. I guess, if I asked about the deafness, I might go to a different route, huh? You arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Hi, how's it going? That dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. The library! Ha ha ha! Wait, what? The library has best girls always there? Okay. Ah! She jumps low and Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. That's what I imagine. You guys couldn't see what I did with my head, but head motion like a charging rhino. You know, smashing it through, you know. Yes, her face is a little scarred. She shrinks deeper into her seat. You can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting to the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's a long time spent in a hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Maybe it's that mellow music. Oh, my jam. It's my jam. I feel so calm. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, anyway. Can't be distracted. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Yay! Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Shizune looks questioningly. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hee-chan. We've got to hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do. Oh, that's just Shizune just being apologetic. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Can't. Kind of look. Alright. You'll find your way around here. I'm sure of it. Absolute 100% faith. Goodbye! Oh wait, the teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on. The nurse's office have their own building, so we have to go outside. Outside? Oh god. We joined the full students making their way down the stairwell outside. Girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. Jeez. A face. Yo, I think I'm about to have a heart attack, okay? Every time I see that picture. Dang. When we get outside, the girls make their way to a smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. Hey, here we are, right? This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool! Swimming pool. It did not judge! Wait, what? How is that official? It's like, you don't know. Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. Head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. Peace. Whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in, hoping that this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text, Head Nurse, and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy. The bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils. There are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. What the hell is this? Is this Gin from like... Hello. What voice should I give this guy? What's this background? Like, is this a boss fight? Did I just meet the main boss of this game? What is this theme? Oh man. What voice should I give this guy? You know what? I'm gonna give it my Orochimaru voice, as I call it. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He is young looking, and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name, or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. Why does my Orochimaru voice sound like Ocelot? It's because Orochimaru is Ocelot. Conspiracy theory confirmed. This is so far off it hurts. What voice should I have given him, Tom? What voice should I give him? His eyes light up with revelation, and he snaps his fingers. Like a cool cat? Like a everybody wants to be a cat, because a cat's the only cat who knows where he's at, kind of thing. His eyes light up with revelation, he snaps his fingers. Anything but that? Jeez, that's... I don't know. Should I give him like my Oshiro voice from Celeste? Oh, you're that, Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Kind of thing. Okay, here's the real question. Is this guy creeper, or is this guy trusted best friend? Oh, he's kind of chill? Like, oh, that Nakai. Who's reading your file in the morning. Like he's kind of high. Michael! Oh, you're that Nakai. Yeah, no, we're not giving Michael Jackson voice. Tom literally just was opposed to that Orochimaru voice. Trusted, I think. Alright, I'm gonna give him my kinda high, like guy must be on some weed voice. Like, oh, that Nakai is just reading his file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He's good and doesn't work for USA Gymnastics? Fair. He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, probably been briefed about school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. Have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. Always someone from my staff around, even at night. Just never hesitate to call if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, it's like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. This joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why I even said it. Wow. Yeah. Just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. For you ladies and for you beautiful ladies and gentlemen, because the nurse has said the magic words, I'm about to do something that everyone will yell at me for, and I'm gonna do it anyway because it's my new favorite meme. You don't say, my dude. You look at, and guys, if that distracts you, I'll have only one thing to say to you. You'll get used to it. Anyway, back to the game. Yes, really, it's my favorite meme right now. Come on. Oh shit, I'm bleeding. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just bleeding. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. Good meme. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, let my gaze wander around the room. It's Yapitono generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. You'll get used to it. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly, 3 times a day, and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have a medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Stolen the memes? No! Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? Really? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, afraid I'm going to have to recommend your friend from doing that. At least, for the time being. Oh. The lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. Oh, you know, I'm not a big fan of playing with balls, said Hisao. Take notes, kids. Guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport. Just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart. Risking another attack is not a good idea. This previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area, there's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question acceptably. He glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy. Some exercise would do you good. I have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe, there's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. That was that Misha girl. That Shizune girl, right? Yo, pretty chill. How do you like your hair? How do you like your girls? Guess what? Tom already said that's not your first round. Too bad, bro. Ha! Wait, what? Hey, rate. I'm sure you've been told this before. Just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. Goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. Tom, just like, what? Wait, what did you just say? No, I don't know what you're talking about, Tom. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. Yeah. First real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school going towards the gate of their dorms. What? Everyone seems to know where they're going. I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? One of us! What? Wait, what? I should go somewhere too. To prevent me from getting lost. It's not dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weirdness of me only grows as I trudge toward the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. A shrubbery! Flowers and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. What? It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel, because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. Same goes for the elevators at the ends of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods to give a quick, "Hello! Hello! Hey, listen!" Wait, what? Before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. Suppose that's perfectly fine with me. Because, you know, I'm a guy who doesn't like to play balls. Stop it there. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and a shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the room adjacent to mine are blank. Guess there are just 2 of us here. 2 of us! Wait, what? Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Is anyone home? From inside, you hear a few movements, and then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. What song is this? Yo, what song is this? A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Have fun with this? Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. What? Hey, Hisao Nakai. I'm moving into the next room. Thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Harry Potter! Guys, it's not Harry Potter, okay. Actually, he does have the Gryffindor scarf, though, now that you think to say that. Oh! Sup, dude? The name's Kenji. Hi. Take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it. So a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. Kenji Molotov! You're a character, Kenji. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? 'Cause they could have been some other people, too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly, so try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. I'm doing yoga poses, guys. You're a brave one, Hisao. Me, I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Like my country voice? Thank you. Oh my god, this guy is great. Don't take your chances now. Damn, you are smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again. I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind. It doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Kenji is great. My first experience. This, guys, remember, Kenji isn't a character, he's an experience. And that was our first experience of Kenji. Hope everyone enjoyed it. And if you think you're thinking to yourself, oh man, I will never get used to that, you get used to it. There you go. Anyway. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. Oh my god, ugly curtains? Yo, replace those curtains. He gets much better. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. It's no one's room. Impersonal. Like my hospital room was. Well, time to put up the anime wall scrolls. Wait, no, that's me. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. It's going to be from his mother. Because, you know, the dads are like, oh, I don't know if I should write a note to my son and stuff. Just sign it. Hi, Hee-chan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They say that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. That was embarrassing. But seriously, son, I love you, man. Take care. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. Kind of hoped I would have to. Then there would be something to do. Still too early. Put the note down on the desktop and lie down on my bed feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something if I have nothing with me. Wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. I mean, you know what the library is saying, man. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I mean, Brawley may be strong, but can you see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? I was pretty nervous about it before coming in, for the entire day today too. I still think I am. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, the bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. Pick up the one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills for each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. Ellipses. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like, against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon, the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep. I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity, and fear creeping up my spine once again. I don't know what the Griffith... I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Katawa Shoujo. Do, do, do. I wake up in a strange room, an unfamiliar ceiling. What kind of Evangelion bullshit moment is this? Wait, not what? Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. No! This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Mine! Mine! My room! Not your room, my room. Various things around here remind me that, indeed, it's me who's supposed to be the one living here. Bags on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I don't appreciate that one as much. Stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating, until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. Down them with the chaser water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniform's in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. And it's kind of weird because I didn't wash my face, brush my teeth, or do anything else that should be standard in the morning after I just wake up. But you know what? Whatever. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose. The feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one. A natural one. Feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for Kenji. I mean, the people. Think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter, and she's in a sweeping sign language gestures. Yeah, especially that Kenji one. I can still smell the garlic. Oh, it's on my clothing. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. Join the anime club!
Join the anime club.
What? All through class, the questions remained on my mind, so I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I want to know, I should ask her. What's up? That's a Shizune look of, what do you need? Oh, she's thinking about it? She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha. Looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. God damn it, Misha. Don't know. Sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you want from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hi-chan. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. She's still silent, of course. Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. Should taste us back? Well, that's a shame. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days. Hey, festivals. Ah! Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. I don't know, Hi-chan. Truth is, it's a local event and not from this area, so... She starts signing desperate to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. She's gonna adjust her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts sighing hard and heavy. She's like, huh, I know the answers. Huh? Oh. Who cares? What? 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 Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me, the disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Oh my god, is Shizune stand as Misha? I feel sorry for Shizune. I think Shizune even recognizes that wasn't the correct answer. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Oh, yup. She's totally... Is that an enemy stand? I think she's clearly knows that Misha is BSing. Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. You hear Misha's laughter in the distance. There's literally people on the opposite side of the world going, who the fuck is streaming Katawa Shoujo and doing that stupid Misha laugh? Me. That's me, guys. Thank you for hearing me. The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushes it off without a care. We are in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. Hi-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? Oh, what is that coy look Shizune has out of nowhere? Could have been my eyes playing tricks on me. I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed. Although it does that every other word, apparently. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. About to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long, dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. Doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seemed to notice her but me. Glanced at the teacher, who was also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Get baited, bitch. Wait, what? Why doesn't he say anything? Hi-chan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or is Misa just looking at me, looking after the girl? Was just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. ADHD HA is like what? Attention Deficit Hero Academy? She's that's a look. Okay, well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Is what I was going to say, but instead I actually said, not really. Can we not play Guess the Disability game? We shouldn't, yeah. Guys, don't assume everyone has a disability, okay? Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. She's like, satisfied look. Yay! Okay, Hi-chan, perfect. The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have time to put any more thoughts into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. She still looks kind of annoyed. Yes, it is, Hi-chan. Impossible. Really? Really. Noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signs. Not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes start back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really. Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing. Takes some time to get used to. It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. There's no prize on the line. It's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised I'm challenging her. Maybe this is a contest to her. Oh. Never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Just kidding. Hisao's getting sucked in. Are you sure, Hichan? Very sure. Ha ha ha! You're wrong, Hichan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha! She then pushes her glass up to the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Hey. Where do you want to eat? The cafeteria? Ha ha ha! That's so plain! Okay, let's go! Plain, well, I guess. In my old school, I like to eat outside near the back of the building. It's a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. Wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to apply as much. Shizune and Misha pulled me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students' favorite eating in classrooms were outdoors. Saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. Yo, boxed lunch are good. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hichan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Proud look. By Shizune. Right, Hichan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Changing little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech. Hichan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There's a book club, right, Hichan? Right, but seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, Hichan, it's a really popular club. She's like, yes, all according to Keikaku. Ah, okay, but more to the point, Hichan. Does this mean you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Uh-oh. Good, great, bravo! That's great, Hichan. Really great. I'll make it a little crazy. Why is it so great? No reason. Well, Hichan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there's one other thing. Student council! I see. I didn't know this school had a student council. That was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. Pretty sure the two of them know this, because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion, in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. Right. Hichan, maybe you should join the student council. They use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we can hang out every day, Hichan. Shichan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shichan is the president. Starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about with this. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. It's like, Plan B, he's on to us, right? Of course, we're not just trying to get you to join, just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to... So you're admitting that? She's like, he's on to us. No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hichan, of course, it would be nice if you joined and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one's school. Yep, it's true, Hichan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hichan? Can't tell if she is being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Oh, you guys are cute, but I'm pretty sure Tom said no. Well, she says like, I think I won. So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hichan. Well, no. Ah, see, Hichan? Of course it goes that easily. It's like, we were so close to it, kind of look. Yep, that's right though. It would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Hichan owes me candy now. You're betting on it? Hey, life is not a game here. She seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs it to her. An aggressive glint returns to her eyes. Life is a game that you can win? That's interesting, Hichan. Let's play a game! Ironically enough, I'm playing a game right now. I think you might know it. It's called Katawa Shoujo, and you guys are in it. That's not what I said. How about Dai Hinmin, rich man, poor man, Hichan. If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Why not? Why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? She's like, that is a look of she's gonna go, man, he saw through our plans. Yep! Yeah, that is my goal. What this means is that both you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage. So I'll have to decline. She's like, he is smart. She's secretly thinking he'll make an excellent asset into our league of student council people. Hichan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us? And that we pull somebody so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizuna's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. Shizuna's like, uh-oh. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join us. What? Definitely join the student council. No! How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah! It's a game they play in America. Make a paper triangle, then you try to shoot it past goalposts like the other players make with their fingers. Isn't that cool? It's an ultimate form of competition between two people, Hichan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hichan. Wahaha! That means a game that really separates the boys from the men. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Yeah, that's true. How do you know, Hichan? Suzuna frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Shizune like, did we get him already? Okay, Hichan, how about Risk? The game of world domination. I don't know what that is. It's really fun, Hichan. Fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Ah, really, Shishan? We can play just for fun, Hichan. Shishan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hichan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge I don't mean anything concrete, just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. They're just dragging me away! Feel a little offended, but I've been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell. Well, right, inmate. We will play Castlevania. Have fun with that. What's wrong, Hee-chan? She has a proud look on her face as well. That's right. We're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's a thing. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. She said what? That's not true, Hee-chan. Hee-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened? Especially on changing, we should sign something amusedly to Shizune. Makes a baffled face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerfully. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, even a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs and smaller desks, prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. Hey. This is a pretty bleak room. Can at least put a potted plant in here or something. The most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. Are we early? No. What do you mean no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today? Oh, that's the look of, well, there's only 2 members and it's us 2. Yeah, that's right. Before I manage to ask why that's the case, she then claps her hands together very energetically. Hee-chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you why we set everything out. While Misha is talking, she takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me, so I'm feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from 2 fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. Hee-chan! Shi-chan wants you to know that you're taking too long to make a move. Shi-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. Thought this was a game with no strings attached! The fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no! Shizue tried. Shishan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to truly just... Yo, this is great! This is the best game of Risk I've seen ever! Oh, man. Ha 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 ha! So competitive is Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. Magnanimous? She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who returns signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index fingers against her temples, trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Wait, please slow down. She says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush your world empire with my rebellion. Okay. Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. She says, you have no chance to keep playing like this. No, you won't. You have saved the progress. So, what should I do? Let's see. I think it's trap. Smart to play defensive. Be the right choice, right? Or does this choice attack? Just attack? Just fall for it? Attack. Well, Tom, you have spoken. She has a point. Attack. She is either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose though, so I might as well try something different. Maybe I spread out my forces and try to control more territories so I can recoup the advantage. Shizue seems to focus on conquering whole nations, so maybe I can sacrifice my hold on continents to gain more small countries. It matters? Okay, so attack. It's worth a shot. A few turns later, I end up losing the game anyway. She now adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump her fist in the air in celebration. Oh, maybe you press her if you play defensively and like hold out and stuff, right? I win, yeah, winning. Anyway, there's no need to translate that. It was pretty clear. Wahaha! Don't look so sad, Hee-chan. You're really giving it your best. That's what I thought. Sometimes your best just isn't good enough, though. Anyone knows that? It's me. You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. Hee-chan, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time. A very daring move. Shi-chan is impressed. Mark of great people is that they are daring. That they can follow through. You're already halfway there. Isn't that great, Hee-chan? Oh. That isn't enough, though. Just potential isn't enough. There's no point to potential if you don't take the first step. And there's no point to that if you don't keep going. I want to see more! More! You're right, Shi-chan, but that's so demanding. What? Then this time. She then leans forward, suddenly looking a lot less playful, more like the serious person I expected her to be from the start. Hee-chan, would you like to join the student council? She really doesn't waste any time, does she? But it's only my second day of school, so I'm hesitant about committing to something so early. Haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. But spending time with Shizune and Misha doesn't seem like something I would hate. Still need more time to think about it before I decide for sure. Maybe. I'll get back to you on it. It's like, oh! Okay, Hee-chan. But I hope you're not just saying that so we don't feel bad. No, really. Really? Hee-chan, before you say that, you're saying that it's definitely the truth. There can't be any mistaking it. I know. I guess I should have my revenge for losing at the very least. Oh! She's like, oh! She then smiles at that in a mischievous way that feels like twisting the knife in the wound of my loss. Take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize you spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I want to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? She just scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? The clock right there on the wall. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. She likes you? Yeah, I think she's in one of her risk buddy, so. I think you're right, Shi-chan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? You like the deaf girl? There it is. She's in it. No thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. I am a new face and I'm here to terrify your face! One flight of stairs up and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. Classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there's a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them, or is it just somewhere down the hall? I bound the ladder and choose my direction at random. When I turn around the corner, a marked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, though, just barely ajar so I can see it's open and nothing else. It makes sense for the library door to be invitingly open. While this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside. I can ask for directions, no matter how embarrassing that is. I generally push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head even further inside to gain sight of the room as fast as possible, the meek hello on my lips is quickly snapped away. Hi. My name is Hisao. You're blonde. Sup, girl? Wait, what? This is not as I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but does not look at me. Best girl is here? Why, hello there. May I help you? I hope that's good enough for her. Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's a soft, measured voice that reminds me she's a being separate from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi. Sorry for intruding, I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. The reaction she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks! Thanks! Slowly step toward another seat opposite her, the girl resting a teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling. That and the slight cloudiness to her eyes means that she must be at least partially blind like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. Guess she must be half Japanese. But I gave her an accent, I'm sorry. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office. I take it you're a new student to Yamaku. Yes, I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action. I am Lily Sato. Pleased to meet you. Hisao Nakai. Gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along a shelf. A brush here, a brush there, left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty fingers to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students in my class have. It's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Susan and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me. Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to me following the correct process of the offer of preparing the drink. So, her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. Which room were you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school. School library. Susan and me, some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup as she nods. Small metallic tapping comes from the teacup indicating it's being stirred. I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no? That's right, in the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon, slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him, most do. Hey, look at this! Look at this nice portrait of people. As she sets the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. Really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell is quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Sato. Tastes really nice. Smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face. Lily, please. There's no need to be too formal. Creature, that's kind of vulgar to say it that way. She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try and to ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and specifically for both blind and partially blind students. I see. Sorry. I feel like slapping myself for the faux pas. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it. My. There's no need to change your speech on my account. Sure. Sorry. I guess I'm really showing my newness here. An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions. Category which would include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic, I seg into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at. I come here fairly often during lunch times. My duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea. Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lee seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. What kind of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunch times, the baseball club, and the book club in a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, though such as the art and music clubs. At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Oh, good. That's a relief. I like how their facial expressions change as they're talking, too. I really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, finally start drinking it as Lily does the same. As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint. And this song is really loud in my ears. Ah! Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh, time's gone so quickly. Sorry. Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of the time. Sorry, Hisao. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. I quickly moved to allay her concern. Ah, no, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. Probably something I should have asked using it when I had the chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case. True. It's open until 6:30 during weekdays. Quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her. It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you to where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it all right. Well, unless my navigational skills fail me, which they seem to have a habit of doing. It's alright. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I can introduce you. This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight retraceable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looked much thinner and longer. His must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. With that creepy face that Lily cannot see, luckily. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers, we slowly walk through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing. Ladies first. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. The library music, yeah! This is exciting. Alright, quick drink. Hey guys, stay hydrated. My case keeps my voice going. Whew. To the left is a wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It usually dwarfs my old school's library with the distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuko, are you here? She says it to thin air since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. Ah. What? The origin, apparently, the librarian quickly crawls out and bounces up to extreme rigid attention. What voice would I give her? Hi, Lily. How can I help you? Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual. She's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk. While I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, it came and surprised me. Are you all right? I'm sorry. I couldn't know. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. Best girl that doesn't get a route. Oh, is that Yuko over here? This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worse things have happened. The The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look, she seems to fit a library perfectly. Lily, did you get my message? Message? Oh, the 2 important books that arrived. Right, they finally came. Can't believe it took so long, but... Amidst her celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eyes and freezes on spot when she does. Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book? Or return one? I'm sorry. The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling. He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian. Pleased to meet you. Hisao, right. Hisao, pleased to meet you too, Hisao. For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget. Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library? Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror. Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility. How it's any responsibility at all, I don't get. But her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are. Wow. But... So, there are a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. Seems to work at least partially, as Yuko seems to, not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense. Well, I think about a third or a fourth of Yamako's library is in either Braille or audio. Makes sense, given all the blind students that be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place? Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. I spend more on new books than on my salary, and then I have to organize and sell all of them. Aww, poor Yuko. It's so troublesome and they weigh so much. I wish I could quit this job. A very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me. Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would have those books if it's all right with you. My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for choice in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and Braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library. So as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily and snuck with us in here, unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks, set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd students sitting at a desk, either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of several beanbags. It's a dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. The way she was acting today, I had her pegged as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. You know, because you left in the middle of class. That's what delinquents do. They leave class and don't come back, right? In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue floats slowly but surely toward the surface. Before I know it, I'm walking toward the mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. It's the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third of it, if not half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair. They meet her own eyes. For a second, I'm shocked and divert my eyes to the books in her hands, but I realize that looking away probably makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember what I was walking up to her for. And we drop another save. So I'm assuming I should should probably introduce myself. I think that is not the right decision. Say I'm sorry as it matters? Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. It's okay. The girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide. So, do you mind if I sit here? Seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit. Finally, she nods just a little. Okay. I take the seat next to her, and she hides herself behind her book. Life of Pi. Never heard. What? Yo, Hisao. You don't know what the Life of Pi is? What a guy. What a guy. Adjust his headphones. I own a copy of the Life of Pi, man. You don't know what it is? Adjust headphones times 2. Well, it happens. It happens. It's just a good book. It's a good book, though. It's a good read. Sorry again for startling you. I'm Hisao. She looks up from her book, stalling a little before replying. I know. We are in the same class. Her speech is stilted and so quiet that it is barely audible, even in the still library. Good Hisao will trigger the flustery. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong. Hanako. I'm Hanako. Wow, that's a stereotypical name given to a lot of bookworms in anime. And I'm not gonna lie, I also made a character that is similar in nature. I'm glad that all of us writers are what we call 100% originality. Resist the urge to say, that's a nice name, just to have something to say, but really, it's the only thing I can think of. I feel like an idiot. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other. Here I am being all bothered and fussed about that kind of thing. Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check these books if you don't mind. She nods a little and sighs a little sigh of relief. So I tried to read the covers and the introductions of the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book. Uncomfortable silence consumes us. My eyes still wander to her direction and sneak peeks at her flowing hair and the scars it's hiding. After a while, I realize that she's doing the same and only pretending to be immersed in Life of Pi. Her gaze is not inquisitive at all, though. It darts around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable. It just explodes like. Oh, apparently it does. Apparently that's exactly what happened. She stands up forcefully from the beanbag, takes a deep breath. I? I've got to go do something. Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. By the time I reach the counter, she is nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls. Hey, did you see or notice a girl run past here? Maybe. What does she look like? Long dark hair, kinda shy. She had, some scars on her face. You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? Yeah, that's her. Started reading and tried to talk to her. I think I scared her off or something. Oh dear. Yuko, would you excuse me? I better try and find her. Sure. I'll just hold on to these until you come back. What's going on? I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain it to you some other time. Right. I'll see you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong? What did you do? Nothing. I was just looking for some books. Then she got this fit and ran off. The most offending thing I could think of was that I might have looked at her general direction a few times. Well, she is a very timid girl. You have to be very careful around her. She'd be very jumpy, I think. She's She's not accustomed to talking with other people. Isn't that a bit strange? I wonder. It's just how she is, I think. Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. Then again, maybe this is just normal around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't be here. But how should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel phony. Like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something to that, but resists. I think it's an elephant, only if you feel that way. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. Makes me smile, she blushes heavily. What? Did that sound stupid? No, it sounded really wise. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. Just has like a few crumpled papers and she just like makes sounds with them to pass time. People have papers on their desk really like doing that. Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, this library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope that's not too inconvenient for you. Oh yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because I'll just go get them. I fetched my stack of books from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I were sitting and returned to the counter. Wow, you read a lot, don't you? I surprised myself with that too, honestly. At least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. Couldn't do much else. I see. She doesn't say anything else and just checks out my books for me. I guess this is what they call tact. Holding the library books with one arm, I trawl my pocket for the key to the door. Sudden sound from behind startles me, making me nearly drop the books I'm carrying, or the key that I almost managed to get into the lock. Is that, Kenji? Who is it? Yup. Turn around to see who is talking to me. It's Kenji. He seems to be in a friendly mood, although the light glinting off his eyes, his glasses in the dark gives him a sinister look. Just me. This makes him pause and lick his lips nervously. Who is me? I don't know anyone called me. Are you some new guy again? His voice is suddenly strained and quick. Yes, but we met before. Yesterday. I don't think so. I remember someone who I met only yesterday. When was that? What day is it today? Try to ignore him. Is he joking or what? Prove that we've met before. You live across the hall. You're Kenji. Kenji jumps back, his eyes filled with uncomprehending fear. How did you know my name? Damn, this can only mean one of two things. Either we have met, and you are telling the truth, and you just can't remember it, or you are a spy! He pauses. A psychic spy. What? His eyes start around me, trying to peek into my room. Although it's hard to believe he can see anything through those thick glasses. His mood swung from friendly to manic in less than a minute. I'm not psychic. How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader. Kenji points a finger at my face damningly. Unlike you! Stop that, man. We met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room. Lies! You think you have passed as Hisao because I'm legally blind? You are sorely mistaken. You don't even look like him. I mean, the resemblance is real slim. Maybe at a distance, but who do you think you're kidding? I wanted to grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Exasperated, I rubbed my eyes and let out a heavy sigh. Stay there. Kenji comes closer, one careful step at a time. I stay still, lest he assault me physically. Although I doubt he could do much damage even if he did. Oh wait, I see it now. Damn, it really is you. Sighing again, then once again for good measure, I step backwards just in case. What's up, man? You don't look too good. I think. Something wrong? I don't know, just had something stupid happen to me. A few stupid things, actually, even if you discount this one. Can't get a proper touch on other people here. I have no idea if it's because of me or because of them. I don't know why I'm telling this to Kenji. It's not like we've had any contact either. It's because you're about to become best friends with Kenji. That's rough, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry about calling you a psychic spy and all, but you can never be too careful. It's the hard reality we live in. I'm slowly starting to think that Kenji isn't necessarily living in the same reality as the rest of us. Yeah, that's probably true. You see, this is how it is. This world, there's no justice, you see. Even when I lose, I win, because I don't lose the lesson. What does that even mean? It doesn't matter. He dismisses it flatly with a wave of his hand. So what happened? Why the long face? Do you have a long face? It's nothing. I just scared some girl off accidentally. Literally, too. She actually ran away from me. It was my fault. It wasn't my fault, really. I think. I'm not really used to all of this yet. A girl! A cute one? Cute? That's a hard question. She had a nice body and really beautiful hair, but the face... I guess to go either way. It's called, we're gonna save. Please tell me I can have infinite save files, because, I'll run out of space soon, if I can't. So, I'm gonna use the wisdom that is bestowed on me by the Tom in chat. I'm gonna say that I'm supposed to say she wasn't cute if I want to get a different ending. Was cute? Psh, Creechy, you're not Tom. You are not Tom Kiddles, my friend. Someone's playing, one of my friends playing Fallout. Cool. There's a lot of decisions in this game, a lot more than I'm used to. It's like it's like a real visual novel. Where each decision probably increments points into certain areas and such. Blah, 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 etc., etc. Tom? Tom is AFK. What? Tom's AFK. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to progress? Alright, I'm gonna say she was cute, and I hope that's right. And, if that's wrong, we got problems. Anyway, yeah, cute, I guess. I knew it! There are a lot of cute girls here. A strangely disproportionate amount. I believe this is one of the dark secrets of this school. I tried to warn you, man, but did you listen? I don't remember any such warning. Dark secrets? Yes, dark secrets. Extremely dark, like a black hole. Have you noticed that the number of girls in the school is slightly but significantly higher than the number of boys? It's like 60-40. Turns his head to the left and stares off into the distance at nothing. Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it doesn't appear to be that bad, but that is a full 20%. One would think that a school with such a huge pool of women would be a man's dream, but no! What I am about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready? I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. Man, anyway. No, I am not ready. I only get as far as turning the doorknob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not. I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. This disparity in the number of men to women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in the eternal war against the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not a 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time. Man, Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers. The buildup of a military has always been the clearest sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass. The country itself is small and isolated, a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. Perfect target. They're so cunning, as expected of women. Soon the day will come when... Kenji's voice trails off ominously. That is why you can't trust them. They will string you along, and then kill you, just as they killed me. You will end up just like me. Oh. Hell no. Can't stop myself from blurting it out. Hey, what the hell does that mean? You said it, not me. It's the best I can think of. So, you're not supposed to say something like that? Damn, that's so rude. Where was I? Oh yeah, vast feminist conspiracy. Stop it, stop. I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Too hard to follow? It's cool. I have some graphs and stuff in my room. And puppets. You like puppets? No puppets. No puppets. You don't like puppets? Okay, graphs are still cool though, right? Speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I didn't peg that's relatively normal, but it's clear that was wrong. Really? I mean, yesterday he was like weird, strange people, and those are my parents. Sure they were. Something on your mind, dude? Just thinking about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset. You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. That is my dream. You can't just steal a man's dream. What the hell? That can't be two last sane men. It would invalidate the whole last part, and that part is kind of important. There can only be one, like in that foreign movie where there can only be one, and in the end there's only one dude left, because that was the point. I've never seen anyone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before. Really? Man, I know a lot of anime fans. You'd be surprised. Wait, what? Anyway, if you wait here, I can get my graphs. I also have a list of the other dark and complex conspiracies that this school holds, as tangled as... Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal. I'm going to go to bed now. It's extremely late. That doesn't sound like an analogy, but whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about. When I tried to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them, denial is a terrible thing. Later. He claps me on the back and then vanishes into his room so quickly and quietly. It's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks. It feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. This school is like some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on top of a mountain. Each person is stranger than the last. I just can't seem to fit in. What irony. One would think that fit in a place that's made for people who are unfit for anywhere else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Although I say that, it doesn't help take the edge off. The words are left echoing off my empty walls. I guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. This place really is more a school and less a hospital pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. Katawa Shoujo. Then that, after that, after that Kenji, encounter, I think it's a good place to call it. I think, that was a good stopping point. I think, the feminist conspiracy that Kenji spoke of was truly an inspiration. I'm not sure for who, but truly an inspiration. At the very least, Kenji's crazy, man. But so far this game is fun. I can see like some of the hints of where it might be going, but like I'm still like at a loss of kind of like where it's gonna go. And we're gonna see that. But for now, this is Anime Fan RK2K. I hope you enjoyed yourselves on tonight's Visual Thursdays. Every Thursday until I finish something here, it will be Katawa Shoujo for a little bit. And you know, if you go, hey, but you were playing a new game last week, well, you know, that's the test run. And if you go, hey, we want to see something else, don't worry. You get used to it. Anyway, this is Anime Fan RK2K. Thank you very much for showing up for Visual Tuesdays. And I hope to see you for some more Katawa Shoujo next week. Or, you know, whatever else I live stream. But for now, peace, good night, and enjoy yourselves. Peace. See ya.